Hello and welcome back to Talking Newark, the podcast where community meets conversation. Today I'm joined as ever by my co-host Emma Holden.
Hello.
Also a very special guest, Nathan from the Round Table. Welcome, guys.
Thank you, good to be here.
No, it's all right, great to have you on. Emma, so we are talking about the founding partners of the podcast, aren't we?
We
today?
are.
So
yes.
As we are a brand new podcast,
Yeah.
pretty new podcast, we have two founding business partners.
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
So we have Newark Business Club
Yeah.
as the first one. However, we do have one space available, don't we?
We do. We're looking for our second founding business partner for Talking Newark, and that business organisation will be part of the Talking Newark journey over the next 6 months, really, to get us off the ground, to get us really engaged in the community and be an opportunity for that business to really be involved in what we do. So it's really exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting. So
Yeah.
we're really trying to get involved.
Send us your interests.
Yeah. Exactly. So make sure you're in touch. Get in touch. We are trying to say we get involved with plenty of local businesses.
We do.
In and around the Newark area. And Newark Business Club was a great starting point with that. Obviously,
Yeah.
with loads of businesses being involved in there. But say if we've got another space
We
available.
have got another
So we
space.
are very excited about that.
Yes.
And also the founding charity partners as
Yeah.
well. So we have two of them.
Yeah, so every 6 months we'll have two business partners and two charity partners. Obviously, the first 6 months are the founding partners, and the charity partners are Your CVS. And we heard from Louise Casey from Your CVS a couple of episodes ago.
We did, yes.
And our second founding charity partner is Newark Round Table. So
That's
we
why
are
Nathan-
delighted to have Nathan here to talk to us about Newark Round Table.
Yes, yeah, brilliant. So Nathan, talk to us about who you are, what the Round Table is, and yeah, how you're involved.
Yeah, definitely. So I guess firstly, a massive thank you, Ashley, and the Talking Newark podcast team for having us as a founding charity partner. It does mean a lot to us to kind of grow our profile locally. And so the Newark Round Table is a membership club for 18 to 44-year-old men. And effectively, it's a group of people who come together to do some cool stuff week to week, but also help out and raise money for local charities and local good causes. So if you see the sleigh in December with Santa Claus and the elves out knocking on doors looking for donations to local charities, that's all done by volunteers at the Newark Round Table. So that's one of the major events. I'm sure we'll come on to that. But we then have the social side. So we get out roughly every kind of couple of weeks, tends to be on a Wednesday evening. You never quite know because someone's going to plan next. We kind of take it in turns. And so we've done all sorts of different things, paddleboarding, bowling, quiz nights, escape rooms, crazy golf in Nottingham, 9-hole golf, for anyone who's more serious on the golfing. And yeah, so it's a really interesting kind of group to be part of and definitely gets you out of the house, which is great.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard plenty of things about the Round Table in the past. I know, Emma, you've got a bit of a history with the Round Table as well, haven't you?
Yeah, so my grandfather was one of the founding members of the Newark Round Table, hence the link and why we were super keen to have Newark Round Table as our founding charity partner. And my partner Ryan is a member of the Newark Round Table as well. He loves the golf in particular, but no, gets involved in all sorts. So you do so many different great things. And the duck race was one of the more recent events that you've done, and Ryan was there in his duck shirt.
No.
Yeah, so that you get involved in lots of things, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, it's a good point to mention the duck shirts, because
Yeah.
you do end up wearing outfits that you never quite planned on either. So yeah, out in elf hats,
You just have to
duck
muck in.
shirts, duck hats. Yeah, absolutely. It's all part of the fun.
You've got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, you
Exactly.
have, yeah.
That's the thing. And you mentioned the sleigh. So Christmas, I know that's quite a big thing, and that, so being locally based, I know you go all around Newark, don't you? You do different parts.
Yeah,
throughout.
and out into some of the local villages as well.
Yes,
which is great, because we have the Newark and District Round Table, so we definitely kind of make sure we go out into the local villages with that as well, and spread that Christmas joy. And just this last December, I think we raised a record amount. It was about £10,600.
Wow.
And every penny of that will go into local charities and good causes. So it's not just charities; it's local schools.
Yeah.
It's people who come to us and say, we were aware of this opportunity to give some money to a local cause. So it might be football shirts for a local football club. It might be requests to support with funding for a school trip. It might be requests for a local kind of children's centre or older people's home who's looking for resources that their kind of current funding doesn't reach to. So it's always really rewarding to be part of the conversation then that we have to make sure we allocate that fund to the people who need it most and get the maximum return on that in terms of having an impact in the community.
And would you say that the sleigh is like your flagship event, really? I think that's what a lot of people, when you talk about the round table, what's the round table? The ones with the Santa sleigh. Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah. Would you say that's your flagship event, do you think?
Yeah, definitely. It's a massive one for us. We kind of start planning that, to be fair, any minute now. So it's going to be July, August time. Really? We start to have conversations around what's the rota, who's driving, making sure we've got Santa. I know Santa's a very busy diary in December, so making sure we're booked in. Yeah, we've got to be nice and organised. So
how many nights do you cover? Because it feels like it's every night.
It definitely does. It's roughly 15, kind of between the very end of November and start of it's kind of just that first few days before Christmas. So it's tends to be kind of weeknights, Sundays as well. And we're out kind of a team of probably 8 or 9 elves some nights knocking on doors with buckets and all kind of singing Christmas songs through the microphones.
It is the most fun night. I absolutely love it. It's like the highlight of. I'm a bit like Mrs. Christmas, as everybody knows. I do a lot with Santa. Have very close connections with Santa in his grotto. But this night on the sleigh is just the best. The feeling. I've luckily dodged the rain so far in the last few years. I'm hoping that trend will continue. But yeah, the feeling that you get from being out on the sleigh with the music blasting, the children on the street, it's just so great. And that's what got Ryan involved in the round table. I dragged him along last year to be an elf, and he was like, yeah, okay, whatever. And then that was it. How do I join? He loved it.
Yeah, it does. It definitely does. It gets you kind of the itch to get involved. Because you get a real kind of sense through when we do that event, kind of, the impact of kind of the community elements of the round table and kind of having a good laugh with friends hanging off the back of a sleigh with Santa Claus singing Christmas songs, handing out chocolates. Obviously it's got the fundraising part to it. But as you say, kind of seeing the children
they love it, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. Coming out of the houses and their faces light up when they see Santa Claus and our light up reindeer. And
see the same child all the way around the roof.
Yeah, definitely. There was somebody, there was a lady and her daughter who was stood on a street corner just at one of the nights I was out. And she said, I've been coming out of this house for Santa for the last 16 years.
Really?
And I was like, that's amazing. Like,
wow.
The longevity of that. And kind of, the association that people have with it now as well. And
is that how long the sleigh's been
firing
going
gun for Christmas, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, really is, yeah. Is that how long the sleigh's been going for? Or do you not know?
Probably a little bit longer than that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd be interested to know that figure, actually.
Yeah, I wouldn't know exactly how long. Yeah, definitely longer than that.
Yeah. And I think it's great. And there's on social media as well, leading up to it. It's like, when's the sleigh coming? Can you let me know? So you put a route. Is there a tracker or something?
Yeah, we've got a live tracker there as well.
Santa tracker.
And we know people on it because they're out there kind of with the phones. They're kind of opening the doors before we get a chance to knock. So
as soon as you're coming down, you can see them running out from their house.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember. I live on Fernwood, so I know you do Fernwood as one of the routes each year. And I moved down my parents' house now, but down their road, I remember it was literally exactly that, where kids would like run out almost before you turn up, and they're all like obviously tracking you on the phone. So it's a really nice feel to it as well, and a good community feel. So it's it's great. It's really great.
It's a real buzz, and people are so generous. I mentioned that £10,600 over a couple of weeks of fundraising. Times aren't always easy, and that's obviously a really demanding time for people's pockets in December. So people's generosity is really moving, and as I say, we make sure when we do get requests for where that funding is then given to, that we make sure it's going to the best possible causes in Newark as well.
So how do you so you get the donations in by the end of the year, let's say? How do you determine, like, how do people request some of that funding?
So we've got a form, I think either on our website or our Facebook page, that people can fill in, and it will just ask for a little bit of detail about kind of what the request is, what the amount is. And we get amounts from kind of a couple of £100 all the way through to a few thousand, and we consider all of those during what we call our business meeting. It sounds very formal. It's a bit of a chat at the pub over a pint around kind of what the
Not the perk
requests
of the
have
round
been.
table.
That's it,
Absolutely,
yeah.
we tend to do our meetings in pubs. It's it's a real perk. And we have so we'll have a conversation around kind of what's come in, what funding we've got available, and then start to allocate that against those requests. And that's really rewarding conversation to be part of, because you can see even those kind of modest sums have a real impact in terms of what they can do for local people. That, as I say, their kind of core funding might not quite cover, or they've got additional needs to be able to unlock an activity that they wouldn't otherwise be able to do. So. Yeah, it's really, really rewarding.
Amazing. So how did you actually initially get into the round table? Like, how did you initially join? Because I mentioned obviously Ryan was involved in one of the events, and then obviously got hooked.
Yeah.
Is that a similar sort of thing for you, or did you get involved in a different way?
Slightly different way for me. So I'd been living in Newark for probably 3 years at the time, and I'll be honest, I hadn't really met anybody. And I was kind of thinking, I'm spending my weeknights in the house, either kind of playing PlayStation or watching TV. And, as lovely as that can be sometimes, I was kind of keen just to kind of get out and meet some new people, get a bit more involved in the local community. And my dad and a couple of his friends had been in the round table, so I knew of it, and I knew kind of how much they'd enjoyed it. So I was kind of looking to get involved. I reached out through Facebook, just sent a message, and we had a quick phone call chat about kind of when the next meeting, what the next opportunity is, what sorts of things that the Newark Round Table get up to. And I went along. It's the first one I went to was at the Air and Space Institute, where they did a flight sim. I go on the flight sim, which I think was kind of a money can't buy experience. I think that was so it gives you a flavour, kind of that it does open doors sometimes to things that you wouldn't otherwise be able to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it kind of went on from there. So I went to a few of the meetings. Got involved in the sleigh that year, and you can do kind of as much or as little as you like. So if you just want to get involved in the socials, you absolutely can. If you want to just get involved in the charity side of things, the fundraising, that's absolutely fine as well. So we're really really relaxed in terms of kind of people's involvement, and try and make it as welcoming and inclusive as we can.
I think that's really important to mention, actually, because it can, like joining any committee or charity or voluntary group, really, it can feel like a huge commitment, and often that puts people off, doesn't it? Because you think, it's a bit like when you volunteer for a charity, you think, oh God, I haven't got 20 spare hours a week, whereas actually you only maybe need one. And it's a similar thing. You don't have to go to every single social or every single meeting, because people work and have busy lives, and you are really flexible, aren't you, around how much or little people can get involved with.
100%.
People can drop in and out as and when, can't they? And they get involved.
And relevant to their interests as well. Like, I know a joke about the whole golf thing, but mine really likes golf, so it's great to be able to go to the golf things, but maybe other things aren't quite so suitable. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. It can kind of stem those interests as well. So we've done a few golf nights, and there was people who hadn't kind of played much golf, and actually they went on and then bought a set of clubs and started doing 18 holes at the weekend on their own and things. So it's quite nice. It kind of gives you that kind of taste of different things. You try things actually you find you might really enjoy it, and then you go on to do a little bit more of that. But as you say, kind of everyone's got busy lives, and it can be it can feel quite demanding. But that's where we've got a really good team, and we kind of cover each other. And the sleigh is a good example of everybody kind of mucks in, does as much as they can, but ultimately we've all got our own family lives and work lives that kind of compete for your time. So it's definitely a case of do it as much as you can or as much as you want to.
And are you looking for new members at the moment? Is there an opening for people that want to get involved in the roundtable?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're always open. Always open to new members. There's no cap kind of on our numbers. So we're
how many have you got at the minute?
Always keen. I think we've got about 15, and we probably get kind of up to 10 of those can make it to each of our events. So it gives you a sense kind of the kind of kind of turnout and things. So we're always open to new members joining. And as I say, kind of the easiest thing is find us on Facebook. Send us a message, and one of the team will reach out and have a chat. I've mentioned I kind of been living in Newark for a few years, and then I got involved, and it's been exactly what I wanted it to be in terms of helping me meet local people and getting much more involved in the local community. So I've been out in the market square collecting as part of the Santa collection, involved in the duck race we mentioned, and that this year raised £5,000 for the Children's Bereavement Centre.
Wow.
And we also are an official charity partner of Children in Need. So we go and take Pudsey down to Newark Northgate Station for a few days, and they've up to children in need each time as well. So
that's great.
As I say, you kind of get involved in different things, and you get a sense of kind of reward from that as well. It's really nice kind of know that you're spending your time gathering funds that are going to go directly into local charities.
Making a
I
difference.
think it's brilliant. And you've bought your what do you call it, a flag?
I guess kind of a bannerette. I think it is. So I guess it's kind of brought a kind of indication of the heritage because so Round Table nationally I think was set up in 1927, and there's definitely kind of lots of heritage. Don't take from that there's lots of kind of stiff upper lip and kind of formalities. That we are ultimately a group of mates who kind of want to do more on our weeknights and. But it kind of gives you a sense of the heritage and history of the Round Table, which is really rich and at a national level. There's there's about 300 Round Table groups in Great Britain and Ireland. There's 30,000 members in 60 countries worldwide. And each year nationally in the UK, I think the Round Table between us, we raised over 400 million pounds for charity.
Wow.
Volunteering 160,000 hours as well. So
that's incredible.
Yeah, we've obviously focused on Newark, which is absolutely right. But when you multiply that up, the impact that the Round Table has nationally is really impressive.
That's amazing.
That is amazing. Yeah, it really is. And it's you say you work locally. What other events have you got between now and the end of the year? Then have you got many flagship events? I know you mentioned the sleigh. Have you got any others that stand out between now and then?
Yes, for Children in Need, I think will be before then. I can't remember when that one is, and then kind of run it up.
It's November, I think, isn't it? Children in Need. I'm sure it's November.
So look out for us on the station in November.
Yeah.
And then definitely kind of a few socials coming up as well. So I'm sure we'll be going back out. Yeah, bowling, and I think we did paddleboarding a couple of weeks ago, and that went down really well. So I think there'll be
that could be on the horizon again.
Plans to do another of those. Yeah,
that's a good heat wave spot.
Yeah, when it's 30 degrees plus, it's particularly attractive.
That was it. Someone saw the sun and thought, you know what, we need to spend some time in the water.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, amazing. Yeah. Well, what we'll do is we'll put in some info in the links and stuff below so that people can get in contact if they're interested. Because I think people might think, it might be like a really, you don't want to be overwhelmed with people, but say if you've got, sort of 10 to 15 in a group, it's really great.
Really absolutely.
Great,
very much open to people who are interested, having a chat. Even if it's you just come along to one and see if you like it, and if it's not for you, then absolutely no problems.
Say people can dip their toe in and out whenever.
Really relaxed.
Or just be an elf. Maybe some people just want to be an elf.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we get.
I have a thing about elves.
You come and join
elf bossy boots.
Yeah, it does. It gives you that kind of sense of community. So that mentioned that you kind of meet new people, and then we're all there to kind of help each other out. If that's kind of I've got a wardrobe that needs shifting or something like that, it can be really practical stuff as well, which is quite handy. Which when you're new to the area, you've lived in the area for a few years like I had, having that kind of connection and local community to kind of lean on is really helpful, definitely. I guess the other thing to mention is kind of that I mentioned the national level. We've talked about kind of local events that we get involved in, but there's also the national and area events. So there's an area sailing event, usually in September. There's kind of a national sports weekend. There's fancy dress weekends nationally. So if you do kind of end up getting bitten by the Round Table bug, there's loads out there to get involved in beyond kind of the kind of week to week activities we've talked about as well.
Oh wow, amazing!
Sounds great fun.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, So we'll link everything below so that people can get in contact with you.
Yeah.
And talking of events.
Yes, well, just go back to quickly as our charity partner, then we will be talking about the Round Table quite a lot more over the next 6 months, and love to have you or another member of the team on the podcast.
Yes, we will. Yeah. All the different events, I'm sure that you'll get involved in.
Yeah, definitely. And our first Talking Newark event is we are having a launch event on the 20th of August at the Ram in Newark, so we would love the Round Table to be there, along with many other people, and that's the launch of our Talking Newark Connect. It's networking evening, but just a social evening really. So we've got pizza, Prava and Pinot.
Yes, all the P's. Yes, you and Dan teased it last week, didn't you?
We did.
On the podcast. So 20th of August.
20th of August at the Ram. The tickets will be available. Again, we'll put the link on. Tickets will be available to buy to that event We'll have the Round Table there, we'll have the CVS there, we'll have the Newark Business Club there, and hopefully we'll have our second business partner.
Yes, hopefully another business
there.
partner.
Yeah, but just a super social, chilled night, loads of pizza,
Yes.
a few drinks, just an opportunity for people to get to know what we at Talking Newark are all about, but also just make some connections between each other and find out about other people's businesses really and what goes on in the town.
Yeah, I mean, I think we said, didn't we, when we launched this podcast, if we could get some sort of event together and get a few people of the local area around and in there, then that'll be a great connection.
Definitely. And that Talking Newark Connect will be a regular event. Obviously, the launch party was a one-off.
Yes.
But the Connect event will be a regular event. We're thinking bi-monthly at the moment, so there'll be lots of chances to kind of grow that as a group for people to come and have fun.
Yep, and enjoy their pizza, brava,
and Pinot.
Pinot, yes. And even some Prosecco if they really
Oh, possibly. I didn't think about Prosecco.
That's all the P's.
Should have added that one in.
But yes, so that is Thursday the 20th.
Thursday the 20th of August.
Yes.
Yes.
We will, we'll put all the details down below.
Yeah, we will.
Brill.
So that's the Newark Round Table. Thank you very much for coming on and talking to us about that.
Not at all, and thank you again for having us as a founding charity partner. It's much appreciated.
Exciting.
And definitely keen to come along for all the P's.
Yeah, all the P's.
I'm not going to try and say it.
Honestly, it's been a lot to try and remember when you think of all of them. You're like, P. But yes, thank you very much for coming on, Nathan. And yes, so we'll put all the details for the round table down below in the description, and for our event on Thursday the 20th of August. And say we have got a space for our founding business partner as well. So if you are interested in that, if you're a business that want to have your name shouted out by myself, Emma or Dan in future, please do get in touch. So we will see you again in the next one.
Bye.